Earlier this year, I was fortunate enough to be invited upon an interesting trip to Guyana, South America. The expedition had been organised by Woodman Wines and Spirits, based in Toronto, and Demerara Distillers Limited. I was to be part of a very small group of sommelier and journalists who were setting out in an attempt to discover some of the secrets behind the famed El Dorado rum. I have to say it was with some trepidation I set out upon this mission, seeing as I was working somewhat out with my usual wine comfort zone. Now, saying that, over the years I had actually noticed that there was something special about the rums of El Dorado. Had noticed there was some kind of inherent complexity to them, and that they were perhaps a little more nuanced than many of the other rums on the market. Hopefully, through this short video, you will gain some kind of understanding into the secrets of the rums of El Dorado. What is it in your mind that makes Guyanese rum so different from the other rums produced all over the world?
We are a traditional company, so our entire process maintains the best of what's Guyanese and adds the best of technology in a way that makes a rum that really is very difficult to replicate. Starting from our fermentation process, which itself is influenced by a lot of the local atmosphere and local species that coexist with us in this part of the world. The result of that is a fermentation brew that is difficult to replicate elsewhere. That, of course, goes to our distillation plant, where our traditional method of operating distills makes a product that comes off with exactly the flavor we're looking for, and with the kind of complexity and diversity of aromas and flavors that, once combined and aged, makes a very beautiful product.
Now, you do have some very old stills at the distillery. Please tell me a little about those.
Our distillery combines new age technology as well as traditional equipment. We have, for instance, stills that have been in existence since the 1700s, and we maintain those in operation because they give us a very traditional product, but also a product that has a very rich flavor profile. And we find that once combined with other newer equipment, the bouquet that emerges is so splendid, but at the same time we can provide the volumes that gives our product the market reach, but still that traditional sense of excellence.
Of all of the rums that you are responsible for, which one is your favorite?
I actually like several of them. I would say my personal favorite is a 15-year-old, just because it's a combination of some of my favorite stills. It includes some of the wooden pot still, again the only one that's still in operation any part of the world, but it also brings in flavors from some of our continuous still operation, where we're able to add particular flavor profiles that enhances the overall body of the product.
Please speak for a moment about the biomethane plant attached to the Demerara distillery.
So this was a thing that Guyana is very keen on environmental aspects of things. I mean, they use the carbon dioxide from fermentation to put into carbonated drinks. But what they wanted to do was use the waste products from the distillation, but also the sugarcane fibres after you've crushed the cane, and put that all into a plant where bacteria eat the natural kind of content of that and produce methane. And this is then burnt to make the steam and to power the distillery. And it actually makes more power than the distillery needs on a daily basis. So some of that's put back into Guyana. And this was done using some money from the European government, actually, which were to help Caribbean countries promote industries other than sugar production. So rum was the key one.
Where do you feel the world is moving in its appreciation of rum, particularly Demerara rum?
I think the world has moved very far. I'm very pleased to say that DDL, or Demerara Distillers, was the first company to venture into the area of producing what we call super aged rums for connoisseurs and non-connoisseurs to appreciate what a good rum is like, or what it tastes like. In fact a well blended, mature product called rum. It's as good and even better than any Scotch whiskey, cognac, or other, or maniac, or spirits of a similar nature.
You're saying this to a Scotsman, remember?
I know. I know this Scots very well. I've dealt with them for many years. I'm an honorary Scotsman too.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh. So Anton, I'd like you to tell me a little about your experience of Guyana thus far and what you think of Guinea's rum.
I am currently a very large fan of Guinea's rum. It has been an eye-opening experience for me.
Out of this world.
How do you enjoy drinking El Dorado rum?
Well, it kind of depends what mood I'm in and what I'm doing. I mean, I love some of the younger ones mixed. If it's like kind of really summer's day and I want something really refreshing, a bit of the 6-year-old white with pineapple juice or cranberry juice is lovely. But a coconut water in there is gorgeous as well. The 5-year-old goes great with ginger beer and makes kind of more spicy wintry cocktails. And then, the sipping rums just on their own. 12-year-old's great kind of before dinner, and the 15 and 21 after dinner, just beautiful. And you can food match as well with them sometimes, which is pretty interesting. So
What kind of food matching would you be doing?
we've done a few different events actually with different chefs. There was a fantastic one I did in Antigua, where the chef did a different meal with each rum, and it was neat rum, we weren't making cocktails. And the 12 came with a beautiful roasted pork belly with mango and chili and coriander salsa, which went beautifully with the rum. And the 15-year-old came with, I think it was halibut, with polenta and mushrooms because of the earthy flavour coming through. And then the 21-year-old, I think, came with dessert, which was kind of chocolate and coffee and things. So there's a lot more things than just desserts you can match these rums with.